turn it up. Yeah. Clock eyes, Uncle Dave.
It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty. Hey, let's talk what moves to do, who to trade for who. Get your fantasy stats and the place to boot. Get the plans for the draft and the major clues. With the home Sean, Joey, and Andrew. Dan dudes got the hot takes. Every stop place, not base, plot cases. Man, hit the streams of fate. Talking teams and plays. But let's get to the show, man. See you later.
All right, welcome to this episode of Dynasty Football Digest. I am your host for the evening, Joey the Tooth IDP. We will be doing our Fantasy Football Power Hour episode. I am joined by my normal cohorts at Biddy FF, Andrew. Sean at Lanny1925.
What's going on?
And Big Boss Man at Nate Chi.
Yo, what's going
Guest
on?
spot.
So
this
go
is
ahead.
kind of a dumb idea that we just kind of came up with last episode, like mid-episode. We're just going to do a full power hour. So just take a shot of beer on the minute for an hour and just get pretty drunk. And Joey doesn't drink, so he will be hosting. And he hasn't told us any of the questions he's going to ask us. He's just going to ask us questions, and then we argue about them and get more drunk as it goes. And we have no idea what these questions are, so we didn't get to prepare at all.
You guys ready to get this going?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
That's a
pour
big
your
shot
first
glass.
shot, fellas.
Your shot glass looks bigger than my shot glass. Oh no, it's just closer to the camera.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as that first one goes down, I'm starting the timer.
All right.
You guys ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll drink my NA. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
All right. Question number 1. Who will have the better fantasy year? Matt Stafford, Ryan Tannehill, or Jared Goff?
Dude, it's Stafford. It
Yeah.
has to be. Andrew's gonna argue with this
100%.
one.
I'm gonna argue with you guys. Well, I mean, A, because it makes for good podcasting, but B, because there is always another answer. So I like Stafford too. He was my initial thought, but he hasn't quite been himself the last couple of years, right? Like he had a really good start to the season last year. No, he had a really good start to the season last year, but the year before, I don't believe that he was a top 10 guy.
He had Jim Bob Cooter as his offensive coordinator, and we can very clearly see that he still had it. And as soon as they eliminated the cancer that was Jim Bob Cooter and brought in
drink, fellas, drink.
As soon as they brought in Bevel, everything went off. They just opened up the passing game and everything changed.
Right, but do you think Bevel is so? Like I thought, again, Stafford had an unbelievable start to last year. He was playing out of his mind. It was really a shame to see him get hurt. I am. The Lions are a team that I like to watch. However, I don't think Bevel's the answer. I think Bevel, he struggled in Seattle. He was basically run out of Seattle, right? So he had a good 8 games last year, and then it's tough to say with the backups. However, Tannehill to end last year was on unbelievable. Like he was on fire. He had an unreal end of last season. So I could very easily see Tannehill.
I don't even think that's true statistically.
Absolutely, it's true. Yeah, I think he led the league in adjusted yards per attempt over the last 6
Drink again, please.
Last year.
Drink, fellas. Drink. Yeah.
We're not talking like full numbers here, though. We're talking.
So can I get
we're
in
not
here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not
go
talking
for it,
efficiency.
Okay. So here's the reason why I'm going Stafford. And the one
'Cause
thing,
you're Lions fan.
going back about how Stafford started off the year and then he got injured, blah, blah, blah. Really, if you look at it, look at at what happened to the team. They lost 2 very close games to Kansas City, and there was another one that we got gypped out of. And essentially, Stafford went down with a back injury.
Packers.
Was it the Packers?
Yeah.
Stafford went down with a back injury, and he could have been back within 2 or 3 weeks, but because of where we were at and the fact that we lost those games, they shut him down for the season because they weren't going to make up those games, and the wheels were
Time
coming
out.
off.
Drink.
Oh shit!
Oh, he's already got the hiccups.
Yeah,
This could
that's
get bad.
yeah, it gets real bad for Nate. Nate has one drink and he has the hiccups. But okay, back to the Tannehill shit though. Like, it doesn't matter about his efficiency. It matters about his overall production for fantasy because like you don't get points for efficiency. So if they're just gonna pound the rock and they're not gonna throw the football, then it doesn't fucking matter how efficient he was. Yeah, go ahead and pull up the numbers. I know that's what you're doing right now, but
yeah, absolutely.
Like Stafford was on track, I think, for like 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns before he got hurt.
Yeah, he did start off the season on fire, huh?
No, he had absolutely. I'm no question about that. He started on fire. I guess the question about whether or not it's sustainable is one big question.
I mean, he's done it in his career, and I think he's playing the best football of his career right now.
All right, so let's
drink again, boys. Drink again.
All right, so this is just an arbitrary league that I pulled up to get Tannehill's fantasy numbers from starting in week 7 when he got the starting job. This is his running, not a running total, but his week-by-week scores. He had 21, 26, 22, 22, 33, 16, 32, 26, 27, and 20. So one game below 20 over that span. Those are so on top of the efficiency, he was actually putting up decent fantasy numbers. He's not Mahomes. There's no question he's not Mahomes. And certainly the offense is built to feature the running back, but he was effective.
I'm not saying he wasn't effective, but like...
So he had
Stafford has top 5 QB potential.
He had only one game of fewer than 2 touchdowns. Only one game fewer than 2.
So
he had...
You have Mahomes... Sorry, Joe. You got Mahomes. You have
Lamar
Jackson.
Drink.
Joey's liking this too
Lamar
much.
Jackson. Who else do you have that's a top 5 lock?
Top 5 lock. I would honestly
Wilson?
say Russell Wilson.
I think it's top 5 lock.
Yeah,
I think Russell Wilson's a lock. I honestly think Dak Prescott.
I would
Who are the
agree
top
with
5 QBs? Who are the top 5 QBs last year?
I mean, again, it's very league dependent, but
I mean, QB scoring is usually pretty standard.
So I've got Jackson, Prescott, Wilson, Watson, and Winston.
Oh, Watson is right.
Mahomes at 6 because of the games he missed due to injury. But even on a per game basis, Prescott and Jackson were ahead of Mahomes. And then Rodgers, Wentz, Murray,
and Drink,
and Allen.
Shoot him back, boys.
Wait, so Winston was a top 5?
Number 5 according to this particular league.
What he had 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and 30 interceptions.
This league didn't punish interceptions heavily enough.
So that's what Stafford was on track for if he didn't fucking get hurt, and he'd be on track for that without 30 interceptions.
Let me see Stafford's per game. So yeah, Stafford was averaging 24 points per game, which would have put him in the top 5 on a per game basis.
Right. So again, I'm not saying he's going down top 5, but he has top 5 potential.
Yeah, I think Tannehill does too in that offense.
Can we talk about the fact that we've been arguing about Tannehill this whole time and just Goff is just a fucking footnote?
So,
I know.
Well, I was gonna say, so like Goff, I think Goff has that potential again if McVay can get his offense back
Sean,
to
go
where
to
it
Portex.
was.
You're drinking right now.
Yeah,
drink.
Over under 30 minutes before Nate pukes.
What? I never drank before. Like I had one beer before.
I've been drinking since 6, boys. So try and catch up. No, but I think Goff in that offense, he could absolutely outscore either of those guys. But again, it depends on a lot of factors. I think Stafford's probably the most likely to finish ahead of the other two. But it's not. You guys said it was a gimme. It was like a dumb question. Like I see where Joey's coming from. Those guys have the potential.
It a dumb question at all. I thought
it's a dumb question.
Considering us being Lions fans, like that was targeted.
Yeah, but I'm not a homer like you. I hate the Lions. Anyway, next question.
Wait,
All
you're
right.
wearing a fucking Lions shirt. Fuck off.
I know. I still have. I still
Well,
have
you know what?
zero faith.
All right.
I'm wearing an
Drink.
Irish national team, national soccer team jersey.
All right,
Sean,
nobody
Sean,
cares.
let's go. Let's get prepared, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. We're gonna keep it Lions related though.
How many shots are we in, Joe? Jesus Christ.
8. You're 8 in.
Oh Christ.
All right. Who would you rather
50 's
have
pretty good.
on your dynasty team? David Montgomery or Kerryon Johnson?
Johnson.
These are all Lions questions.
Well, just these two. I want to see what they say.
I want David Montgomery.
I think I'm on Montgomery as well. Nate,
All
talk to us.
Outside of you being just a total homer, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm a total homer. I mean, I don't really have a good reason. I just know that if I'm drafting, I don't think I've got Montgomery anywhere in any of my leagues. I got Johnson in a couple of them.
I don't have Johnson
I don't
either.
know. I mean, that offense.
Drink.
Fuck.
It's 9, boys. It's 9.
I don't think about that offense. You know, when you think of the Bears
Number
offense,
two?
you think of Trubisky and just
Number
like sputtering and dying.
Mm.
Not saying Montgomery's not a good running back. I like him, and I probably should readjust my strategy, but
I
You
don't
just
think
have more
Montgomery's
faith in the
that good
Lions
running
offense.
back.
I get it.
Very true.
I don't like Montgomery that much, but I think that Kerryon Johnson's got a shorter leash. He's older,
Injury
been in the
prone.
in the league longer, and the injuries are the big thing. I think that you're going to get a full season out of Montgomery more likely than you are out of Kerryon Johnson, and full season's important.
All right. Over under 7 touchdowns. Amari Cooper. Drink.
Over.
Seven touchdowns.
Over.
They play
Yeah,
Washington
over.
twice every year, so I'm going over.
What? Yeah, over.
Look at
Like
7
in a
touchdowns
season,
next
in
2
16 games.
All right. That's
No, I get where he's coming from though, because like he has
I do
been.
too.
It's a guy that he hasn't scored over 7 a significant number of years in the league. Is it
Well, when he was on the Raiders,
right? But what were his touchdowns?
how did he do last year?
I think he only had like 8
Yes,
this
he
year,
had
didn't he?
8.
What's it, 8? Really? I
Yeah,
thought he did pretty well.
he had
Yes,
some
he
boom
just had
bust
huge
games.
games.
Yeah, he had eight touchdowns on the dot. Yeah.
And also,
Wow.
8 touchdowns isn't bad. Like,
So
you
No.
don't have, that's
he had.
good.
So his touchdown numbers are 2019 8, 7, 7, 5, and 6. So he's only gone over 7 one season. So that's a good question.
Drink.
Is that one season when he was with the Cowboys for the full year?
Exactly. This current
Yeah.
season, this past season. So it's his first full season with the Cowboys. So yeah,
Well,
I do think
about it with the Raiders. He was always the bad. I don't know. Like I always took Crabtree over him on my
That was a
fantasy
mistake.
team.
Crabtree. He's got a
He was-
really sour spot in my heart.
Really?
Crabtree.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was his last year with the Raiders.
As a 49ers
So hot.
fan,
Yeah.
get
I
aggressive.
don't know. I liked him,
High point the ball. Beat Sherman for that ball. Douche.
but
Just call,
Amari
just
was
call
always.
Sherman Shermer.
No. I just have a bad accent.
Just,
Listen,
just
I can
be
pronounce
nice.
Sherman, okay?
You gotta. If you can't catch balls over Pat Shermer, you're in trouble.
Drink.
oh, jeez.
All right, moving on.
This needs to be a regular thing.
Yeah. Well,
Will Kenyon
This is
Drake
what the open bar should
excel?
be.
Will Kenyon
nights a
Drake
week.
excel with Arizona and get an extension?
yes, Excel, no extension.
Who?
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake.
I heard of him.
Will he excel? Yes. Will he get an extension? No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. There's no way he gets a fucking extension.
I just think that it's one of those offenses. It's kind of like I'm not saying that. I'm gonna draw a blank on his name. What's the coach's name?
Cardinals.
Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah,
Kingsbury?
Cliff. Yeah.
Uh,
Why do you
Kingsbury.
immediately follow up me not telling him by telling him?
So Kingsbury. I'm not saying that he is
Oh, did you say
Shanahan,
that?
but I think that he's got a sort of similar system where it doesn't matter whose running back is, he's going to excel. Right?
Drink. I love stopping the conversation.
So it doesn't matter who the running back is, they're going to be successful. So why would they ever pay a guy? It's true of so many different teams, right? So
As long as they can catch passes.
absolutely.
Where
So yeah,
are the Cardinals drafting this year?
middle.
Do they take a
Yeah.
running back there?
No.
In the middle of the first? No.
I want to say like 14, 15.
They could probably do like a 4th round and still get a good running back.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they dip in on day 2, but also I still don't think they should.
All right. Would you rather have Juju Smith-Schuster or Cortland Sutton?
Sutton.
This one's tough.
JJSS.
And drink.
God damn it.
I didn't even get a thought in. Jesus.
Oh, actually, Arizona's 8th. Arizona picks 8th. There's no way to take a running back there.
Yeah. I think I want Juju.
I'm definitely going Juju. It's not close for me. I've never been a Cortland Sutton guy though. Like on
I've
our
never been a fan. I've never been a fan of either of them. That's kind of a
I'm
good
not really a
question
fan of
for me.
Juju,
yes.
but maybe that's just me.
See, I like Juju a lot. He was a guy that I kind of was onto before the his draft year. I don't think he was as hyped coming out of college as he was going into college. He was like a 5-star recruit entering college, and then he just I think he was at USC, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't do a whole lot. And I think part of that was
He was in that USC Penn State Rose Bowl game. That
oh, was he really? Yeah. But I don't think
Sean's sitting there under his table like,
I'm just
I don't think his numbers were great in college, so I think people were sleeping on him. But he was kind of one of those
drink.
like
Sorry, I was a little late on that one. I was 8
he
seconds
was
late.
productive. Jesus fucking Christ.
you know,
So get ready in another 50. Get ready in another 50, fellas. I was late.
So anyway,
Nate's also drinking way less than us. We're halfway through beer 2. He's just grabbing a second one.
but no, I think the Angry Orchard comes in the tall cans though, right? Those aren't 16-ounce cans. Those are probably 20s.
No, they're 16s,
Wait,
I
Are
think.
they?
What are you drinking out of right now? I got a 12 ounce.
Oh, I don't know.
So
maybe,
I have
maybe-
3
have
empty
12
cans in
ounce.
front of me.
maybe that is a
What are
12
you
ounce.
guys
I don't
talking
know.
about?
Yeah,
I
that's for sure.
I don't do ounces. So it's
What do you?
He
what do
does
you do?
liters.
it's 355 milliliters, I believe.
Oh my god.
God, Canada sucks.
Drink.
Oh Jesus! We spent that whole minute arguing about measurements.
All right.
People
Well,
actually
question.
really like Juju coming out of college. He was productive. Back to the Rose Bowl game real quick here though.
All right, sure. 6 to midnight, real quick.
Saquon Barkley, Chris Godwin, Mike Gesicki, Sam Darnold, Ronald Jones, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Smith-Schuster.
Then Adoree Jackson. I'm trying to think who else was on that fucking defense.
He's going to Rose Bowl you guys right to another
just-
drink soon.
Justin Evans, yeah, dude. That game was fucking stellar, though. Yeah, we can just drink right now. It's just,
You get 10 seconds, so you might as well.
I think Sean went from 6 to midnight back to 6 on that break.
He finished. That minute was to completion.
No, I've never been a Cortland Sutton guy. I think he fits too much of the mold of the, and I keep picking on him, but like Laquan Treadwell mold, where he's a big like contested catch guy.
You just call all big receivers.
I do,
Treadwell.
but like so Mike Williams is another guy, and he's kind of shown a little bit more than that, but he still hasn't really broken out. Like he's shown some flashes. Cortland Sutton I think has shown some flashes, but like I don't know, they don't do it for me, I guess.
All right. Well,
Okay.
next question.
Cortland Sutton is one that I'm kind of owning. Cortland Sutton and Juju, both are ones that I'm owning that I was wrong on in my draft evaluation. I had Juju as a third and Sutton as a second.
I just want to look up what Cortland did last year.
He had a pretty good
did.
year, but I don't think it was that great.
He did.
I had him
It's top
on
24.
a couple leagues.
Drink.
Fuck.
All right, get the question out while we're drinking.
All right,
so we
next
don't
question
do this
is-
one again.
Will AJ Green be the top wide receiver in Cincinnati?
No, because he's not going to stay healthy.
Yeah, I would say so.
I missed the question.
It's an even year. He'll be healthy this season.
Did you really miss it?
No, he won't.
I did,
He
yeah.
wa- He hasn't been healthy.
Will
for the
AJ
last-
Green be the top wide receiver in Cincinnati?
He.
No, it'll be Tyler Boyd.
See, it completely depends on health, which is totally unpredictable. You know, you'd be smart to bet against him staying healthy, given recent history of not being able to still stay healthy. But if
Career
he does,
history, not
if he
just
does-
recent.
no, the majority of his career was very healthy. It's just in the last 3-ish years that he's struggled. Like
Hold
his
that
first,
thought. Drink.
God, you're a dick.
he started his career with like 6 consecutive 1,000-yard
Foul.
seasons. Oh, I'm under a new can. Hang on, 2 cans.
All right.
I'll wait
He's
till
a-
he gets back before I go get my new one.
He's a fan. I'm gonna get the next question ready. Look at him run. Look at him go.
Reload. Didn't he start his career with like 6 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons? Like
I
you
think
can't
so.
tell me that.
Yeah, but he was dealing with he was playing through injuries and dealing with injuries the whole time. I think it was foot or ankle for like most of his career.
But so anyway, I think I think he's going to be the leading receiver. But I want to back up to Cortland Sutton. He had 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns last year on 72 catches,
Nice.
223 fantasy points. So yeah, that is a pretty solid year.
Drink up, boys.
Yeah.
That's probably better than top 24. That's probably that's close to top 12, I would say.
Put him down, fellas. Sean, go ahead.
All right.
Andrew, drink up.
Oh shit, sorry.
All right, next question. Which was a better spot, Buffalo or Minnesota for Stephon Diggs?
We talked about this in the last podcast. Showing up.
Yeah, we did. What kind of you were? He wasn't on the podcast.
I know.
That's right.
I'm
That's why I
busting
said if he'd
balls.
shown up.
All right, next question.
All right. Will Daniel Jones score more fantasy points than Baker Mayfield?
No.
God, I hope not.
Nate?
I think so. I don't get me wrong.
Ever since
Giants
Daniel
are trash,
Jones got
but-
the nickname Danny Dimes, Nate's just been hooked.
Drink.
Like,
No.
I honestly don't know if Nate's watched him throw a single pass. He's just Danny Dimes, so he's hooked.
My buddy's a Giants fan. He's been calling him Danny Dime since they drafted him.
So
And I was giving him shit for that nickname until I actually started hearing it on like fucking national media.
It's
But-
a trash nickname.
So Lanny is like a noted
It's a trash nickname.
a noted Mayfield apologist. I actually think Jones might outscore him just based on the fact that he's I think more of a dual threat quarterback than Mayfield is, and I think that has a lot of fantasy value. I mean, look at Josh Allen. I'm not saying he's the same as Josh Allen, but I think there's a little bit more rushing upside with Jones than there is with Mayfield. And Mayfield, he crashed year 2. I'm not saying that he's done for his career. I think there's potential for him to bounce back. But Jones, he showed some promise year 1. And he could crash. He crashed same as Mayfield did, but he could also continue to develop. It's hard to say.
Who's coaching the Browns?
Is it Stefanski from Minnesota? The OC from Minnesota, Stefanski. So he's a 2 tight end guy.
I guess I don't know.
He's
enough.
good.
That's why they
good.
signed Hooper to go with Njoku.
Mm.
He's good.
I know that kind of beats up both their values.
Yeah, Chubb should be good this year. I think it hurts. The OBJ and Landry train, but
I mean, it can't be worse than it was last year. So
it could. It actually could. It would be tough, but it could.
All right, sticking with tight ends. Which second-year tight end has the better year? Noah Fant, T.J. Hawkinson, or Herb Smith Jr.? Before you answer, drink.
Mm.
And Sean, I
None of the
recant my
above.
hatred for Herb Smith. I do like
No,
him.
you don't. Joey, stick
do.
to your guns, goddammit.
Yeah, like
Own
man up.
it. Would you own it?
Have some
I'm
fucking
owning the
balls.
fact I was wrong.
You're a dad now.
You
Grow
gotta
that.
go down with the ship.
Ah,
Go down with the goddamn ship, Joey.
Remind me, where's Irv Smith at?
Minnesota.
So, I'm going Hawk.
He's
Really?
fucking homer.
I'm totally
That's him, homer.
shocked by that.
You're the biggest homer, Nate. I have never even seen it.
There was a year where he predicted the Lions to go 16-0 after a 3-0 start.
Shut up.
You know what we went that year? You know what we went that year?
3-16.
3-13.
8-8.
What?
Great. Everybody
what,
drink.
What decade was that they started 3-0?
That was 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
No, I do like the Lions.
So I look at it this way. I really like Stafford, and he's really good at throwing the ball like around to multiple receivers. Sorry, I'm feeling it. I like
Andrew
that
Orchard, kick it in.
I like that offense. I would go like it's between T.J. Hawk and Noah Fant because I feel like the Broncos they could get their shit together. I think Fant could could be have a bigger role in that offense. I don't know. I don't like the Minnesota.
Especially without Stefanski.
So I'm
Drink.
going none of the above.
All right.
Leave you on a cliffhanger here.
All right.
But it's just relative. He just
Are you
said
going
who would
Foster
have
Moreau?
out of these three.
Or are you going Kahale Waring?
No, he said second year tight ends.
Those are both.
Yeah, but he just said who would have the better year out of these three guys.
No, he said of the second year tight ends, and then he listed three of them.
I meant of these three second-year tight ends.
All right, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I wish you would.
Yeah, you
Can
should.
you do that on camera?
You just
Can you
did
do it
that
on
during the
camera?
Penn State Rose Bowl discussion.
So I
Like when you wouldn't give me my draft pick and
Oh my god! I specifically said, do it
20
this way,
minutes later.
not this way.
P.S.
To everyone listening that's used SleeperBot for Dynasty, here's what happened. I'm commissioning this league. Nate wanted to switch.
You may want to hold on a second
Wait.
because you're gonna have to drink.
Oh my god!
3, 2, 1.
This is
Nate
fun.
wanted to trade draft slots
We are only
with
halfway through
another
this.
team in the league. So he agreed to trade from the 4th slot to the 12th slot because he wanted to pick on the turn. So rather than just letting me switch their spots, he fucking sent a 53 pick trade. 53
Mind
picks.
you,
For the record, I loved
53
it. I liked it.
I looked at him and was like,
fucking
trade,
nightmare. And I literally
I
I
would've
sent a
gotten
text. I was like,
2/3.
whatever
and I
you
did
do,
get 2/3.
whatever you do not do it this way. And then
After I
about
already sent the
10
trade.
minutes later, you can
So-
cancel your
so-
trades.
So hang on.
No, it was
Nate,
2 seconds later.
Nate, just for
It
the
was 10
record,
minutes. Look at the timing. I checked.
just for the
It
record,
was 9 minutes.
the guy you traded with is kind of upset now that he thought you were swapping thirds. He didn't think you were just getting his third. He sent a
Drink.
message in.
He agreed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you sent a fucking trade involving a grand total of 107 picks. It might be easy to miss something. Like, can you see how this might be a problem?
I'm surprised, Nate.
No, because I said it directly to him. I tagged him. I said, we swap picks, and I get your third.
Nate,
Okay, but like to me, I thought that meant rookie pick third.
No.
Nate,
That's
It
why I
was
say-
this draft.
I think it's a rookie move because I think you should have swapped full future draft picks as well and made it like a 125 year, 128 year, 8 pick trade. Like, just go all in.
Sean, you better fill up. You get 7 seconds. And go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm so fired up about
my
that
God.
stupid fucking trade.
All right, next question. Debo Samuel or DK Metcalf?
Ooh.
Oh, Nate, Sean,
I
go.
don't know if
Sean,
I
go.
can do another half of this.
Are we 30 minutes in? We're not even 30 minutes in, man.
No, we got a long ways to go, man.
Warming up, baby.
Here he goes. He's going to puke. He's going to puke. I love how. By the way, I took the under 30 minutes, and he was like, "What? Like I've never drank before." Like, 26 minutes later, here we
Boys,
are.
I'm just warming up. I still got rum in my system.
I definitely want to cut that up later, where it's just like Nate saying there, "What? Like I've never drank before." 26 minutes later.
We have 4
I
seconds,
don't know
Sean.
if I'm gonna make
We have
this.
3,
Go ahead.
2, 1.
Next. We'll give Nate the pass on this one.
No, should we be mean and just give him the tab when he gets back? Like you got 4 more.
So, Sean, I'm going to let you handle Debo and DK first.
DK Metcalf was my wide receiver 1. Debo Samuel was my wide receiver 2 entering the draft. That's all I got to say. I feel really good about that.
Right, but you got to pick
That doesn't
one
answer
for
the question.
2020.
That answers the question.
So it's DK Metcalf.
No, I don't know. Oh, man.
You said it to answer the question, but you don't even know.
I don't. So I think, like, if I were drafting right now, I'm taking DK because despite being my 101, I didn't get him anywhere because I didn't have a high enough draft pick anywhere to take him. I have a ton of Deebo Samuel.
You want a drink?
So I think I believe that Deebo Samuel is going to have a more stable career than DK, but I think I'm taking DK if I have to pick one or the other, like in a draft right now, you know? So ranking Deebo above him, drafting, I'm taking DK.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think you draft DK ahead, but you draft Debo for the discount, right? Because he comes at a discount, and I think he's going to produce at a high level for his career. Unfortunately, I don't think that Debo's in the best spot in terms of the offense funneling targets to him. I think he's in a very balanced offense where he's going to be an important part, but he's not going to be a focal point. And I think the DK, as far as the passing game goes, could be more of a focal point.
The Seahawks also run the ball a fuck ton, though.
So do the Niners, though. They love to run the ball.
Wow.
The Shanahan offense is predicated on the run game, right? So I think they're both in the same situation there.
You're really talking me into DK here because DK has higher value targets too.
Absolutely. So I think it's DK, but I think Debo still holds value just in a later round where you can get him at a later round at a discount.
Debo obviously holds value.
Right. So
you're thrilled to have him, but
I mean, head to head, if you're on the clock and you have to pick between one of the two of them, I think you're taking DK. But I think if you can take the discount, I think you're going to take the discount and draft Debo.
Is Nate alive? Should we?
I think he's totally puking.
He's totally puking.
No, come on, give him some credit.
Dude,
he's just
are you
hiccuping.
kidding me?
He's just hiccuping violently.
You can do that on camera.
Next time we need to have a garbage pail next to him. Drink.
Oh Jesus! Is that 3 shots that he missed?
I thought I was gonna be the one to puke. I'm fucking skinny as hell. Yeah.
Boys,
All right,
I'm
going to move on to the next question.
And I'm still going strong.
No, I know,
Man,
but
welcome to
I wish I was still in my beer drinking prime.
you have like
It was a
that
bad
dad
time.
bod going on with the beer gut, large stomach type of thing.
Have you seen me? I'm svelte.
I'm seeing the jiggle. I'm seeing the jiggle.
Okay, next episode we're doing a push-up competition.
How many
All right.
push-ups can you do?
How many do you think I can do?
How many do I think you can do?
Yeah.
I don't know. The fact you're challenging me to a competition means I'm betting around 40,
Got how many do you think you can
35.
do? I get you beat.
Drink.
Again, I'm skinny.
All right, I'm gonna go to the next question. We're gonna leave Nate out of this one, I guess.
But if it's a Lions question, you gotta skip it till he comes back.
He might have passed out on his bathroom floor.
Because
after like an angry orchard and a half.
does anybody have his fiance's number? Can we check up on him? Like do like a wellness check.
She'll be home later tonight.
She'll walk into the bath and be like,
This was not scheduled.
Babe, power hour.
Nate's pissed himself and he's laying in a puddle of his own puke.
And I'm just like the chats ended already. His phone's off. There's no video chat. And she's just like, she's seeing him like passed out, thinking he's doing a power hour like in a dark corner by himself. This is what
Oh, that's a shot.
Drink. We're a couple seconds late. All right, next question. New landing spots for running backs. Do you want Melvin Gordon or Todd Gurley?
Go ahead.
Gurley.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't. So like, the Melvin Gordon signing makes no fucking sense to me, like at all, because like, running backs don't matter, right? Like we, for the most part, agree with that.
Yep.
Like there's like
they're nice, but they don't really matter.
Well, there's a threshold of talent that matters, and then beyond that, like most guys perform very similarly in terms of how much value they bring to the offense. Like, look back at Le'Veon Bell, D'Angelo Williams. You remember that?
Yep.
James Conner, Le'Veon Bell, or all the Cowboys running backs, everybody.
Yep.
They all perform pretty similarly.
Come on, tell us.
Did you puke?
I hope you guys couldn't hear any of that.
Did you puke?
Okay, yes,
I'm
he
not
did.
even
I
drunk.
told you he was going to. So again,
Yes.
let me just wind this back.
So, Nate, by the way, you owe us
remember-
4 shots.
I'll give you one, and then I'm going to sip on my drink the rest of the show.
All right, host, can we get him off the screen, please?
I can't.
Oh man, remember when I gave you the over under 30 minutes, and you're like, "What? Like I've never drank before."
I think I could have
It's the
done
angry
this if I
orchard,
didn't
dude. You're just hammering
eat
sweet.
I'm not even drunk. Like,
No,
it
it's
just
not about that. So,
expanded my stomach.
yeah, that's what the whole thing is.
Oh, drink.
It's-
Oh yeah. Come here.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
All right, so I was going somewhere with running backs don't matter. Philip Lindsay. So you land Philip Lindsay undrafted. Should never have gone undrafted. 4th round grade on him. You land him undrafted. Super dirt cheap contract. He's on like the minimum contract. And you have him for another 2 years. And he's put up 1,000 yards each of the last 2 years. Why the fuck are you gonna, like, you have all this extra money you're saving on running back. Why the fuck are you gonna spend that extra money on another running back?
No idea.
Like, let's say, what's the best case scenario? Like, is Melvin Gordon gonna come in and just like perform the same as Philip Lindsay? Is that the best case scenario? Because I don't think he's gonna perform any better.
I think best case scenario is he performs as well as Philip Lindsay. There's no way.
So you got a guy you're paying like $500K a year, basically nothing in terms of the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna sign somebody for what's he getting, like $9 million a year, something like that. I don't know. You can look it up. $9 million a year.
Too much. It's too much.
To bring him in to do the exact same thing and then take away work from the guy that is performing cheaply. I don't know. It makes no fucking sense. You basically just took everything you gained from having Philip Lindsay and threw it in the fucking trash.
Joey, I feel like we missed a shot.
Same way the 49ers
No, you
did.
got 9 seconds.
Same way the 49ers did when they traded for Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's great. That's awesome. Drink. Just drink. Sean drank. Just do it now. Moving on.
Imagine if the 49ers had somebody other than Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, dude, they were...
Who was the guy that had the year Jimmy towards ECL?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins. Would that be an upgrade over Jimmy G? Is Nick Mullins a Super Bowl quarterback? Is he the Teddy Grossman of San Francisco?
The Rex Grossman?
Rex Grossman. Fuck, sorry.
Teddy Grossman?
Teddy Grossman.
No, he's not. But just like, think if they signed...
Sexy Rexy.
Like, what if they had like Winston?
No.
They have a lot more turnovers.
They did a really good job at limiting turnovers as an offense.
I know, but like he would have made that throw to Emmanuel Sanders.
That was a bad throw. That was a total like holy shit throw. Like his nerves just got him on that one. He's like, he's so open, I'm gonna overthrow him.
Sounds like a champion.
Yeah, it hurt my heart. I missed one. You guys need a drink.
I told you we missed one.
I just did. All right, moving on.
I think we missed another one.
Go ahead. Have at it.
Because I think Sean filibustered for like 3 minutes, and we only did one shot in that 3 minutes.
He does that.
No, because we did one, and then I was like, what was I talking about? Something about running backs don't matter?
It was after that.
Is O.J. Howard an instant buy with Tom Brady as his quarterback?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nate, let's hear your thoughts on this.
First, I'm going to need everybody to drink. Don't force a burp like that. You're going to puke all over the camera.
Here's
I
a
hope
question.
so. Oh, God, I hope so.
I got to reload.
I have a tiny stomach, so like there's only so much room in here, so it's gonna keep happening. I gotta clear it out.
So, what's your thoughts on O.J. Howard versus Mike Evans? Do you think Tom Brady is going to be able to send the long ball, or is he going to be closer to short, quick passes? And I think that benefits O.J. Howard.
O.J. Howard's more of a seam guy, though. I think
O.J. Howard can do whatever.
Joey, nobody asked your opinion.
Well, you disappeared, so we need a third.
No, that's a good point. You're the host.
All right.
All
right, drink. Just drink. Shut up and drink.
We had 7 seconds, asshole. Give us our time.
No, Sean's drinking, and then when 7 seconds is up, you're all going to drink. Go ahead, Sean.
I'll wait.
Sean, you get 2. You get 2. No, just for being an asshole, you get another one.
I'm not even buzzing yet.
You, sir. What?
I'm not even buzzing yet.
It's because you were drunk when we started. All right, moving on.
Yeah, what's the question?
It doesn't matter.
O.J. Howard.
You want Josh Jacobs or Austin Eckler?
No, back to O.J. Howard.
So badly wanted off this one.
Here's the thing. They're going to tailor the offense at least a little to Tom Brady. Tom Brady likes his tight ends. And on top of that, is he a buy was the question. It depends. Because if he's being valued where he was being valued last year, where like I was getting...
He's enough value to make you drink right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to jump in.
Do it. Jump right in.
So I saw a really good thread on Twitter today. Does Tom Brady like to target his tight ends, or did Tom Brady target the greatest tight end of the modern era?
I saw that too. It's legit.
It's B. He targeted the greatest tight end of the modern era. he did not target shitty tight ends. And I'm not saying O.J. Howard is a shitty tight end, but he did not target
It
tight ends just because they're tight
sounds
ends.
like you're calling OJ Howard shitty.
No. He did not target players just because they were tight ends. He targeted Gronk because he was a ridiculous player. So
how about Aaron Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez was another really, really effective player at the tight end position.
Drink.
Take this.
So if OJ Howard proves
You're gonna have to pick me up. I'm gonna run smoke cig. I'll be back in a minute.
If he proves that he is, we're gonna have to.
You get 16 minutes, bro.
It's gonna be a big queue when you get back. If he proves that he is an elite player at a position, absolutely Tom Brady's gonna target him. However, Tom Brady also has Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, who have both already proven to be productive talents in the league. So I think he's going to favor those guys over O.J. Howard. And if O.J. Howard then proves himself to be effective, he can earn targets.
Agreed.
Nate, add in, weigh in.
Would you take Kittle, Henry, or Kelsey?
Kittle,
Henry, then Kelsey in Dynasty.
Talking about, are you drafting one right now?
Kelsey's pretty old.
He is. Yep, he just
using that pick.
Oh, fuck it.
I got.
Oh, you just used it. It's my turn. I'm on the clock. Fuck.
Drink
in the middle of
drink,
the draft.
guys.
Well,
Drink. So I'm gonna tally for Sean how many he needs.
Does anybody want to trade for my current pick?
No, I already traded you too many.
Oh, I fucking went crazy.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question. Josh Jacobs or Austin Eckler?
I like Josh Jacobs, honestly, but I also like Austin Eckler, but I think I like Jacobs just slightly more.
Mm-hmm. Andrew?
I would agree with that. I think I'm on Josh Jacobs. I think Eckler.
Drink, by the way, while you're at it.
I need to get another beer.
I think Eckler is an intriguing prospect, in the sense that he's kind of like.
Sean, you owe me too.
Deal.
I don't want to say. So, Sean, the current question is Josh Jacobs or Austin Eckler, and I don't want to say that Austin Eckler is in like unprecedented territory because he strikes me as kind of like in the James White kind of mold, where he has some rushing ability, but his true value lies in him being a pass catcher, right? I don't think that there's necessarily currently. I think they're probably going to draft a running back, but I don't
another one, Sean.
I don't think currently there's another running back in the stable that's going to challenge him. But if they draft a guy, then he might be relegated to a pass catching role. So I think Josh Jacobs currently he has
and you're at the top of the minute. Drink, everybody.
He has the backfield to himself. So he.
So what you're saying is that he'll be relegated to the role that he had last year.
Most of last year, he was the lead back because Melvin Gordon was in a holdout. So for the majority of last year, Austin Eckler was the lead back in Los Angeles.
He was still putting up points the second half of last year with Melvin Gordon, though.
Right.
He was still pretty good with Melvin Gordon there.
Yeah,
he was.
And I like him, but I think Josh Jacobs owns that role.
Absolutely.
Josh Jacobs
Now,
was used in the passing game.
Second part of the question, I was just going to say, is anybody worried about Jalen Richard?
Jesus fucking Christ, no.
In Las Vegas? Negative.
No?
That's a big Joey.
Drink.
Is this a new term I don't know of?
You get used to him.
Joey is a euphemism for negative.
What?
Andrew, that's just mean. You should drink again. Hurt my heart.
I'll do it again. Fuck you. If that makes you feel better, Joey, here you go.
Listen, this next question is catered mainly to Sean because I know he loves it so much. Who would you rather have, Rashad Perriman or Robbie Anderson?
Oh.
This is honestly interesting.
Right?
I'm taking Brashad Perriman.
Who's going to take that Robbie Anderson role?
Yeah, I'm taking Brashad Perriman, and I am a known Brashad Perriman hater. I hated him coming into the draft. I thought that was the dumbest first-round wide receiver pick ever. And this is also as a Lions fan who
Drink.
watched Brett Perriman, his father, as one of the sickest downfield blockers in modern history.
Was he the 3-year letterman of the NFL?
Yeah, actually, he was.
That looked like it
Essentially.
took a little bit to get down.
No, we got.
Nate, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but I don't think you can call anybody out on that one.
especially after the confidence with which you like admonished me for saying that you were not going to make it 30 minutes, and then yeah, we're doing that cut up of like I've never drank before, and then
I don't know.
26 minutes later.
I am loving Andrew's enthusiasm. 4 prior hours to drinking, and he's just like champion.
Did we start drinking yet? Like, I'm still sober.
Yeah, no, it's not about the buzz. It's about the fact that I have a tiny fucking stomach.
Mm-hmm.
We're all good though.
All right.
It's the
So you're going
carbonation filling up
Perriman?
my stomach.
You're going Perriman, Sean?
Yeah, because so Robbie Anderson goes to the Panthers.
Who's going to trade
And-
DJ Moore?
Well, okay, so he's got DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel there for one.
Till Moore gets traded.
Whereas Brashad, Moore's not getting traded. Curtis Samuel might. But more than anything, like Robbie Anderson excels as a deep threat. Teddy Bridgewater does not have a deep ball.
Yeah, he does. It's just his deep ball.
God, you just stopped talking. I was expecting more
No,
explanation,
I
and then
was
you
wait-
just
I was-
stopped.
No.
I was waiting for
No,
somebody to
Bridgewater has a deep ball. It's just
He
only
does
about 7 yards downfield.
Drink.
No, it was something where I remember like when he was on the Vikings, just watching him play and sitting there like praying to God he threw that out route. Where it's like, oh God, please throw that 10-yard out because it just hangs in the air. It's like Teddy Bridgewater. Like Teddy Bridgewater is an accurate quarterback. He's a smart quarterback, but he just doesn't have the arm talent. So for me, like, I don't know, Robbie Anderson with Sam Darnold is better than Robbie Anderson with Teddy
Teddy
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Yep.
I get it.
I'd just not take any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's what you were already doing.
I'm going Robbie.
Well, let's do that.
Oh, I thought you
Because-
meant like the shots.
Oh, by the way, you can take
Oh,
one now.
I'm going Robbie Anderson here.
God, you're a fucking idiot.
Because I'm not a big fan of Rashad Perriman either. And I don't think he figures it out in year 6, 5, 6. Regardless, after being released by the Ravens, Browns. And Buccaneers, the murderer's row of solid NFL teams.
Maybe that's why they're not good NFL teams.
Because of Perriman.
No, it's not.
Because they
I wish it was. I know.
If they knew how to evaluate talent, they would know that Brashad Perriman is the top 10 wide receiver in the NFL.
That is true. No.
Drink.
Oh God! Look, how the hell is that a minute?
It's there.
It
It's
hasn't.
there.
He's fucking with us.
I'm not. I can show you my stopwatch right now. All right, I'm moving on to the next question.
Yep.
Darius Slayton or N'Keal Harry?
Slayton.
That depends.
Harry hater. Harry hater.
What is
I am
Harry
a
hater.
Harry. I am like the ultimate Harry hater. I'm the
what's
first
the Patriots
of
going
the
to turn
Harry
into
haters.
this year though, without Tom Brady?
The Brian Hoyer show, dude. You know I'm on that train.
So what does the Brian
Hang
Hoyer
on.
Belichick train look like? What
Okay,
does
so
that
Brian Hoyer.
offense look
Let
like?
me explain Brian Hoyer to you. Here's why I love Brian Hoyer. I'm gonna just get ready to drink halfway through this, maybe a third of the way through this. We'll see.
No, you get 10 seconds.
10
You get 10 seconds.
All right, so we got about.
You might as
10
well just
minutes
drink
Brian
now
Hoyer
and get
talk
this
coming.
started.
Yeah, let's just drink. Brian Hoyer, YOLO ball extremist. So here's the thing. Brian Hoyer is the equivalent of like the Little League World Series. All right, where like, you know why the Little League World Series is entertaining? Because routine fly balls turn into in the park home runs. Like anything could happen at any moment. Brian Hoyer drops back to pass. Could be a fucking 3-yard slant, and it turns into like him breaking 3 tackles, hucking the ball deep into quadruple coverage, and someone coming down with it or it getting picked off. You don't know. Every play, like the world is your oyster. That's Brian Hoyer's motto.
So he's like a
He
low
lives
key
by that
Jameis
shit.
Winston.
Oh no. He's so much. See, Jameis
Is he going to be
Winston-
number 2 to go 30 for 30?
You should drink.
Jameis Winston.
You should drink. You should all drink.
I can't believe Fitzpatrick didn't go 30 for 30.
He didn't have the opportunity.
Well,
Jameis Winston will throw it straight to defenders, whereas Brian Hoyer knows what he's doing. He just doesn't give a fuck.
he just
It's
doesn't
like,
have
here are
the arm talent.
Oh, he does. It's like here, this throw is like a 10% chance. He's like, fuck it, let's go for it.
That's like Ryan Fitz, man.
Yeah, he compares favorably to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I can
So-
see it.
And Kill Harry doesn't separate. That's the biggest issue. He doesn't run routes well. He doesn't separate. He doesn't play as physical in his routes as he should. Great at contested catches. Really good body control, back fade or back shoulder fades. Really good after the catch. All that stuff. Doesn't separate. Brian Hoyer is his ideal quarterback because he doesn't
Drink.
give a fuck if you separated. He's just gonna
Jesus
throw it to him.
Christ.
Yeah. I
Sean's
told
still
you.
talking, motherfucker.
I know,
I
he's
told
still
you.
talking.
This is, yeah, you want me to go for another one? Here we go.
All right, no,
We keep
I'm gonna-
talking about Brian
I'm gonna
Hoyer
move
all
on.
fucking day.
I'm gonna move on.
All right,
Tom Brady or Jimmy G?
Tom Brady.
Brady, get the fuck out of here.
Question.
I'll
Are we
take
talking-
Brian Hoyer over Jimmy G if Brian Hoyer is starting.
Are we talking dynasty
Dude,
or
we totally
redraft?
lost our.
Redraft.
Oh. Joey looked frozen for a second. I thought we lost our host.
In
It's
redraft,
just gonna turn into chaos. It's that.
Tom Brady redraft or dynasty.
really, in dynasty you're taking Brady. See, in dynasty I'm
kidding.
taking Jimmy G.
Dynasty. I'm taking
Yeah.
Jimmy G.
Right.
Redraft like for this
That's
year.
the
I'm-
answer. but-
Say it again.
But I don't mind.
Come on, say it. Sean, say it again. What'd you say?
You want me to finish my statement here because like this
Drink.
is going to change the frame.
He wants you to finish something.
I want you to finish your shot.
Oh, I know.
And while you're doing
you
that,
want-
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
No,
We're gonna move on.
This isn't
We're gonna move
happening.
We're gonna move on.
My goal is to draft Jimmy G, trade him for Tom Brady plus
In dynasty.
It's not gonna happen.
in Dynasty. Yes, it
Nobody's
is.
gonna do that.
I guess
Alright.
we'll find out. Is Jimmy
Is
G off
Jimmy
the board in the
G
draft we're doing
a
right now?
QB1?
No, he's not. We're
No,
still
I want
Jimmy
to,
G is-
we're still in the second
Jimmy
round.
G is a low end.
Are we in the
Super
third round?
flex.
Third round.
All right. I want all of you guys to
I'm-
tell
I'm
me your
on the clock.
QB1 for the 2020, your RB1, your wide receiver 1, and your tight end
Oh,
1.
fuck you.
All right, Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
RB1.
Hang on.
Drink first before you.
Can we discuss this as he's going?
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, go ahead and discuss.
Are you aware that Lamar Jackson has scored him by like 7 points per game?
I am.
Okay.
I also have seen quarterbacks that get a large amount of production based on their running game. And I know that tends to come back down to earth because teams have more film on them and they start to figure out ways to kind of temper that. And that's not to say that Lamar Jackson can't throw, because he obviously can. But the running aspect of his game, like almost every QB that comes into the league that excels at running the football tends to excel more right when they come in and then taper off sharply after a year or two because people start to come up with schemes to stop that stuff.
Drink. I was doing a countdown.
I'm trying to figure out which one of these cans has beer in it.
I thought you were just clapping your hands, like imitating him.
How many shots do we have?
2.
I don't really want to open another beer, but I guess I have to.
How about the last one? You guys just hammer a beer on the hour.
Shotgun? Can we caveman a beer?
No,
Shotgun it.
You want to do a real shot to close it off?
I want a caveman a beer. Just close it off.
I think you guys should shotgun a beer to close it off.
Caveman.
Nate, this includes you.
Caveman.
I don't have a stomach for that. But
you don't have a forehead for that. You don't have a forehead for that.
That's true. I don't.
So I asked you guys to give me all of your ones at each position, and we got through Sean's QB1.
All right, so we'll keep going. All right, so running back 1. While I still think Saquon Barkley is the better talent
CMC.
at running back, CMC is the answer because Teddy Bridgewater is there. He's gonna want to dump the ball off a lot. Wide receiver 1. I'm not going to go Michael Thomas. I'm not going to go DeAndre Hopkins.
Marvin Jones.
Auden Tate.
No, fuck off. No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. You have to pick somebody else.
No, okay.
Fuck off.
Overruled. All right, my opinion has been overruled. All right.
You're not allowed to have that opinion.
God. Okay, so I honestly,
Guys, we're approaching the hour.
we can.
I think
We're fine.
I
All right,
think you
tight
need
end
to.
1.
Network out.
That's a shot.
Tight end 1. Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
That's
How?
bold.
Explain.
That's bold, but I'll accept it.
They don't have any dominant wide receivers on their team. They're going to be playing from behind. They're going to need to throw it. Evan Ingram's a stud when he's healthy, and he can stay healthy. He just hasn't.
All right, Nate. Let me get yours. What are your 4?
Let's see. Quarterback 1. I mean, fuck. I'm really feeling Patrick Mahomes too, because I know what he's saying about Lamar Jackson. I also want to go out of left field and just say Kyler Murray. For running back, it's CMC. I'm on that train. I've been on that train, not getting off of it just because I'm second in line. Do you ask for wide receiver or just tight end?
Wide receiver 2.
Wide receiver.
Ooh. Michael Thomas. I like Michael Thomas. And tight end, Bucket Kittle.
Boom. Andrew?
All right, so QB, it's got to be Matt Stafford.
I would have said Brian Hoyer, but okay, I hear you.
No, I'm going Lamar Jackson. I think he's got the highest upside, right? It's not about like who's the safest bet. It's not about
Joey a boner right now.
It's
After
not
he
about-
just drafted Lamar Jackson for the first time.
It's
I
not
did.
about who's the safest
And then
bet.
tried
It's
trading
who's
him
the
numerous
most
times.
upside. Lamar Jackson. It's not even like debatable who has the highest upside. Lamar Jackson has the highest upside. Whether it pans
Yes.
out or not, it's debatable. He's the highest
Are we
upside.
talking about upside or are we talking about who ends the year as the one?
Well, he has the upside to finish as the number 1 quarterback, right? He might not.
So does Mahomes.
He could get injured. Absolutely.
So does Matthew Stafford.
Absolutely. They could all
Or Josh Allen.
they could all
or Jameis
finish-
Winston.
right.
Josh
I
Allen
think
doesn't.
Starting quarterbacks.
Josh
but
Allen doesn't.
If you're telling me that all of those quarterbacks play 16 games, I'm betting money that Lamar Jackson finishes as QB1. That's it. In terms of RB,
Ooh, okay. Hold on.
So I would
How about
be
this?
willing to put something on Kyler Murray versus Lamar Jackson versus
If they-
Patrick Mahomes
so-
as
so-
one.
with the caveat that they finished 16
Whoa.
games.
Okay. Hold on. All right. So caveat, they finished 16 games. All right?
Correct.
Okay,
Joey, stay out of this.
I'm writing it down.
write it down.
All right.
Put it on the board. Sorry, that's
All right.
that's
So
Oh, you guys need to drink a bunch.
basically,
fuck.
our
We missed 2 of
I
them.
already swapped first
3 of
round
them.
picks in this league, right? But second round picks. You're taking Lamar Jackson, Biddy. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. Nate's taking Kyler Murray. And we just
Winner gets everybody's
Can we
second
do
round.
something better than picks in a league? I put my butt on the line for this.
I know you would. You often do because you enjoy that. Nobody else does.
Are we?
Nobody
Hang
wants
on.
that shit.
No. Are we?
I
talking-
chose not to do
Hang on.
laxatives.
I want to be clear. When you say you put your butt on the line, are you talking about laxatives or are you talking about butt funneling?
Butt funneling? I've never done that, so
Anal enemas.
no, I understand what it is. Not doing it.
That's what you're into.
No.
No.
that's
Let me
what
ask you guys a
Johnny does.
question.
Johnny's
Do
like
you all have-
like,
A pen and a piece of paper near you.
this is the thing. I always try and bet something reasonable, and then
That's
with
not reasonable.
Johnny and
I'm
Nate.
not. Like, I'm not
What do you mean?
giving a pick. That's so
We're not
stupid.
giving.
Like,
We're not giving picks. We're swapping them for the order in
Even
which they
lamer.
finish.
I'm trying to give you guys some fun for the end of the show. Find a pen,
Yeah.
pen
Alright,
and
how
a
about
piece
you,
of
Andrew?
paper.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, whichever one finishes higher, that person gets the higher second round pick.
If they both,
No, you're all 3 in
If
this.
they both finish 16 games, absolutely.
You're all 3 in this.
Okay.
Whoever
yeah,
whoever
but,
get-
I mean,
whoever
that's so
gets
lame. Like, can we
No,
do
whoever
something
wins-
else?
You don't have to be in this,
What's wrong
Nate.
with
It's
that?
not lame. Well, there's no fucking
So
buttholes on the line.
take
So Nate's
take the
not into
butt
it.
stuff out of there, but like, let's do something more interesting. Like, chug a beer on fucking Twitter or something.
We've
Like,
been doing that.
We already did
no,
that.
but you know what I'm saying. Like,
We're
cool.
we're
Wait, come on, let's
All
come
right.
up with something better. And all
all right.
three
You
of
come
us,
up with
like,
something better, Andrew. We're still betting picks.
Just
Yeah.
just a video of you shotgunning a beer and like saying you suck.
We can do that
posting
too,
it on
but
Twitter.
I want to do the. We
You
can
just
do
want
that
our
too,
picks.
but I do because I think I'm right. And if you don't think you're right, why are you betting?
But this only
just want-
matters in one.
He's
like,
because he's looking for butt stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
no,
Oh,
I
no.
just want it to be
Oh, no.
more painful.
I've got-
Like, who
I've got beer on
cares
my
about
keyboard.
one league?
Oh God, we're
I mean,
We're
I
in
care
the
about
danger
all
zone.
my leagues.
in the danger zone.
All right,
We're just
Guys.
doing a draft right now.
I need to cut this pretty soon because I have a newborn I need to tend to.
All right, real quick, Andrew, you want to do a shot before we call this?
Oh,
Real
oh.
shot?
We just,
We just lost
he
Andrew.
he just did it to himself.
He just poured beer in his keyboard.
That's funny. Oh. Did you guys both freeze? Oh wait,
Nope.
he's back.
No.
Oh fuck!
You're back.
Oh, Andrew's back.
did I didn't.
The best part is he
Yeah.
disappear, and the
Oh,
first
man.
thing we hear when he comes back is, "Oh fuck!"
I didn't cancel the
Remember that-
entire broadcast. That's aces because I think I just fucked up real bad.
It's
And I
because
have
I'm here.
time
You're
Andrew said he
welcome.
wasn't even buzzed. Like
and I
10 minutes
have
ago.
beer all over my screen.
All right, Andrew, you want to do it?
It's
Andrew,
everywhere.
Andrew?
It's gotta be a video on Twitter. Anything else, whatever you want to do, but it's gotta be a video on Twitter. The
Sure.
losers.
Sure. Andrew, grab your tequila. Let's do a shot before we close this off.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I still have
I
three
got
quarters
mine
of beer
ready.
left.
No,
Well,
dude.
then drink
dude,
it.
Grab your tequila.
Oh fuck! It's upstairs. You want me to go get it?
Yeah, run. Run. I just wanted to make an exercise, man.
You
Like,
guys, I tell you what, we really should do this once a month because this is just
Yeah.
great.
This should be somewhat regular.
This is quite fun. Nate, you need to find something that's not as sweet so you don't barf mid-show.
Dude, it was
it's
just
not about the sweet.
I
It's about
literally
the stomach
just-
capacity.
Yeah, I just ate like a huge fucking chicken burrito bowl. And that's everything that I just barfed up. It was just all red tomatoes.
But for real, we're getting that cut up. Like I'm getting
Did
that
you
cut
hear
up for me.
any of it?
No, I wish
we
I
kept
did.
talking through that. We were debating whether
the
it was
bathroom is
happening or not.
literally on the other side of this wall.
Andrew was actually giving you the benefit of the doubt, where he's like, "No, there's no way. He's just hiccuping." It's like, no. He can do that on camera. There's no way that he's been.
Well, I
gone
was gonna
for
go
10
pee,
minutes.
and
So
then
just-
I literally just dropped to my knees and.
So just FYI,
You were
I-
not gonna go pee. You go here, word for word, guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Hold on.
No. You said I don't think I can do this for the rest of the show, and you just went.
Oh yeah. I just said that.
just FYI, I've already received a formal request to sleep in the guest room tonight.
Oh, I got it from my fiance. She's like,
Oh.
really, really.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
All right,
How many
I'm
questions?
gonna do the
Yeah, cheers.
closing, and then we're
Cheers.
gonna cheers to kill it. Okay.
No, we're cheersing now.
Okay, well, cheers now.
I didn't bring any salt.
That is the first and not the last Power Hour with Dynasty Football Digest. This will happen again, boys. Get your shit together.
I'm fine.
Next month,
Hey,
it is
did
a all
I had a good
NFL
group rally
draft. It's an all NFL draft show.
now. Ooh.
Oh Jesus.
Sean, next time you need to start drinking rum 4 hours before the show starts.
And so
Yeah,
so
no,
next
I will.
no
I
next
gotta
one
not-
every 10 minutes is replaced with a shot of liquor.
No.
Yep.
No.
I'm out.
Yep. I want to see you guys sloppy.
I'll just drink beforehand. I can get sloppy beforehand. We're good.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, enjoying watching this absolute mess of a show. It was magical. You can find all our written content at dynastyfootballdigest.com and idpguys.org. You can access all our tools. We have a trade calculator. We have ADP. We have rankings. Make sure you pre-order our Rookie Draft magazine. We have one on Dynasty Football Digest and at idpguys.org.
Debbie rankings coming.
Debbie rankings in the making.
Who's doing our Debbie rankings?
Eric in Hollywood.
Ooh.
Ooh, Hollywood.
Okay.
Morgan just came up with the
Hollywood.
idea today.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys. I am going to see my newborn.
Hey Joey,
Have fun.
nice rum. Where are you from?
Pardon?
Thanks for listening. Dynasty Football Digest. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Nasty Nate, got you, homie. Good production right here. We the Digest Network.